We are now well into Q4, and it's time to get to work. Speed up the sourcing and find those ASINs that will grow our business. Let's get into it. Now that we are into the biggest and most important part of the year for retail, we need to be pushing to find as many items as we can in the next few months that we can in turn sell profitably on Amazon. We're going to be seeing increases in buying across the board, and we do not want to miss out on any of it. Today, I'll be discussing a simple and affordable method that will point you right at those items to help you get in on the massive increase of retail shopping. The software I'll be reviewing is one that I've not shown before, but I have been asked about many times. Tactical Arbitrage is an excellent and powerful tool that will help you search for and find those hidden gems at your local store or a convenient website. Now let me show you some of my favorite ways that I utilize this software every day to keep growing and building my business. So my process is going to start right on the Amazon homepage. What I need to do is find other sellers that are also arbitrage sellers, and I want to be able to reverse source what they're selling. In order to do that, I need to find products that I know for sure are going to be sold by arbitrage sellers, not by the brand itself, not by wholesalers, but by arbitrage sellers. The most certain ones to do that with are private label brands from grocery store chains, stores such as Walmart, Target. The one that I used for the search that I'm going to be showing was Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's is very popular and has a ton of sellers that source their products there. So what I want to do is find a listing as well that has the most possible sellers on it. So I want something that's popular. So what I do is go in here and search Trader Joe's. And I know probably the most popular product to resell on Amazon from Trader Joe's is the Everything Bagel Seasoning. So I searched that, and this very first listing that comes up is the winner for me. The reason being is it has 50 new offers on it according to this page here, which is perfect because that's exactly how many sellers that we can search in the next step. So what I'm going to do is just go into this listing, let that load up. And here in the listing page, I'm going to grab the list of sellers that are selling on this ASIN. To do that, I have a specific Chrome extension that helps me get that list. And you see this button pop up right here that says grab list of Amazon sellers. I just click that and it pulls up this box. If you don't have this yet, you want to search ASIN Fetcher by ASIN Zen. I'll put the link in the description if you want to get it. It's completely free. You do not have to pay for it. Oh, we've got our list pulled up now, so all I care about is this column right here under Seller ID. Those are what I need. I need the seller IDs for all these sellers. So I'm just going to click this very top one. You notice it highlights around it. I'm just going to scroll all the way to the bottom. I'm holding the Shift key and pressing the last one at the bottom of the list, and that's going to highlight the entire list for me. And I'm going to copy that. So I'm going to hold Control and then press C, and that copies everything that I had highlighted. Now I want to take this into Keepa. And the page I'm going to do that on, if you go Data and then Product Finder, on this page you're going to scroll about 2/3 of the way down, and you come across this line where it says Seller. And restrict your results to listings with offers from specific sellers. Seller ID required. Separate multiple seller IDs by comma. So when we paste in exactly what we copied, we notice it's in the wrong format. We need a comma in between each one. That's going to be a pain in the butt to do manually. So I have a spreadsheet here that I created that helps me do that automatically. So all I have to do is go to this line, number 4, and I paste with Control V. You notice it dropped everything in, and at the exact same time, it populated this cell with all of these seller IDs in the correct format, horizontally, no spaces, just a comma in between. So all I have to do now is select this cell, B1, and hit copy, Control C to copy. Now I can go in here into my Keepa page. I'm going to delete what I pasted in there before, and now I'm going to paste in what I just copied. And you notice now it has those commas in there as I want it. So now when you click off and let it load, it says that it's found 6,744 products combined from all of these sellers that we pulled from that listing. So that's pretty good. That many products that we know are sold by arbitrage sellers that we can source from. Great. So what next? That's a little bit longer of a list than Keepa can give us. Its limit is 5,000 products at a time. So we need to narrow it down a little bit more. So maybe I'm going to do something that will get me something more along the lines of what I'm looking for. Maybe I want stuff that's faster moving. So to do that, let's say the maximum rank that I want it to search is 75,000. Well, that narrowed it by almost half. Actually more than half. It brought it down to 3,050 products. That's well within my limits of 5,000. There's other things that you could do. Play around with the settings in here and see what works good for you and for your business. Maybe check, after you do this, check slower moving products, ones that have a minimum of 75,000. Maybe ones that have no sales rank. Leave nothing unchecked. Check everything you can, but narrow it down so that it's easier to sort through each one. Other things you could do are, is Amazon out of stock? So you can check that and narrow it down without their competition. I'm going to leave that unchecked. Another thing that I'll do sometimes is maybe I want ones that are easier to package. So I'll say I want small items, and you scroll all the way down to the bottom. Maximum weight of the item 4 pounds, maximum weight of the package 4 pounds, something like that narrows it down to smaller products. We're just going to leave those off for right now, and we're just going to search these 3,000 products. So when you do this the first time, you may notice that it's only going to pull up 100. To change that to 5,000, you just click this button right here and select 5,000. It's going to pull up everything up to 5,000 products. So now we have our entire list pulled up, and you can pull these up one by one and go through it manually, see where you can source it, how much is it selling on Amazon, how much can you buy it for, so on and so forth. However, this is where Tactical Arbitrage comes in to help us do this automatically. To put this list into Tactical Arbitrage, we go here and we click this export button. And we're going to download a CSV file, and we check this button that says only ASINs. That's all we care about. And we click export. And you'll see it downloaded a file for us. So we go in here to Tactical Arbitrage. We go down to this tab, reverse search, and you want to make sure you have this selected to import product codes. You'll see I have a previous search that I did earlier. I'm just going to click here, upload new file. I'm going to bring in the file that I just downloaded, drop it right here, and click upload. And you see it gives you the options of how to define what the products are. We want UPC not defined, product ASIN will be ASIN. And we click upload, and it's ready to search. I like to name my search so that it's easy to keep track of where I got this data. So Trader Joe's everything bagel seasoning is what I searched on Amazon to find this list. That's what I'm going to name it so that it's Easy to remember where I got this data from. Next, all I got to do is click the search button. And it's going to start searching. Now, this may take several hours as it says here, it can take up to 48 hours to search through all these products that we just uploaded. So you'll see search in progress. It's going to take time for it to go through it. So what you can do is at the end of the day, get a whole bunch of these searches queued up with different settings set to help you sort through. The next day or 2 days, you come back and you can then start searching through the results. For now, I'm just going to go into my search manager and show you that I've already run this search, and I'm going to show you what I found from it within just a couple of minutes of going through the results. So this is what the results page is going to look like. You're going to have, this is the Amazon listing, this is your source listing. You want to compare these and make sure that they match first off. So what I'll actually do is I'm going to hold Control and click on the first one. That's going to open up the Amazon page. I'm going to do the same thing for the source page, and it's going to pull up where to source it from. Now you notice this one is not a good match because the price on the source is actually higher than the Amazon price. So that's no good. So that immediately tells me don't bother with that. It's a waste of time. Let's move on. You keep going down. Oops. You see, so let's take for instance this peanut butter. We have a 2-pack and it's selling for $22.99. We source it for $2.98 times 2, so that would be $6 buy cost. So according to our profit calculator, that's good profit. Is that truly the correct product? 16.3 ounce peanut butter? Yep. Yep. Okay. Is it selling? That's our next question. So we notice that there are variations, so we can't really trust the rank for this particular product. If this was not a variation and we saw that, we think, holy smokes, that thing's selling 1 million times a day. That's not the case here because there's variations. So we need to dig deeper. The next thing we'll check is the new offer count. If we see a nice healthy up and down on this, this is pretty good. It's not the best I've seen, but it's still pretty good. There's movement. Sellers are selling out, coming back, selling out, coming back. We want to see that movement. So this is decent. It tells us there is some movement. The next thing we do is go to data and then offers. You notice there's only one seller on here, and we check this tab right here, sold 30 days, 0. We can also check this box here, include historical offers. Has anyone sold it? No. No one has sold that in the last 30 days from the best that it can tell. So therefore, if it's not selling, you can price it and have it be as high a profit as you can imagine. Nobody buys it, you're wasting your time. So even though this one looks good, this is one we're going to pass away from, pass over, skip it. Let me show you some ones that I did find. So here we are with a product that I found on Amazon from that same search that on Tactical Arbitrage. This was some Carmex, 3-count pack of 1. You notice the title is a little confusing, so beware of that. You could cause you some trouble in the future if you do list on this, but the listing is accurately 3-count pack of 1. It's up to you how you run your business if you want to deal with that. You can argue it either way. But if it's a 3-count pack of 1, a single 3-pack, the numbers look good. We can source it at Walmart for $2.94. So when we punch that data into our profit calculator here, $2.94, sell price of $9, profit of $2.43, an ROI of 82.5% roughly. Sounds good. Next question, is it selling? So let's check Keepa again. So we go down here, you notice I have this button check to include historical offers. This is a variation listing again, so when you're looking at the history, the number of drops, it's a little deceptive. But this helps us get a clearer picture. This is showing about 23 sales. The most sales came from this seller at $9. So if we price it competitively, we can expect we'll probably get a handful of sales. Maybe I would test 5 or 6 just to see how it goes. So now what do? I want to save this to come back when I make my purchases. To do that, I use this particular spreadsheet. And you notice I have it opened up right now in Google Documents or in Google Sheets. It works in Excel, Google Sheets, or pretty much any other spreadsheet software. Now you notice on the bottom I have this tab. We're currently on the Sellers tab. That's where we got this list formatted for us. But if I go to the Investigate tab, this is where I'm going to save the data for products that I want to test. So the first piece of information I need is the ASIN. To get that, I just go to the Amazon page, and it's this number right here that starts with a B. I'm going to double click right there, and on Chrome on Windows, it just highlights that section for me. I copy it with Control C, go into my spreadsheet, paste it in. And then I get the automatic Amazon link where I can just click that and go right back to the listing and know again what I'm looking at. Now I want the product title. So by that I use the Amazon title. Where am I getting it from? Walmart. The sourcing link. So here I copy the one from Walmart where I can go back and buy it. Number of units, it was 1. The individual cost was $2.94, which puts our total buy cost at $2.94. List price was $9. What was our profit? $2.43. All right, and we said that we want to test 6 units. So if my estimate is accurate and I am able to sell at least 6 units in a month, these are what my numbers will look like. I'll make $14.58 through those 30 days off of this one income stream. My cost into it will be $17.64, which I will make back if I make the sales, plus the $14.58 on top of that. Those are my numbers that I can expect. So that's 1. What else did I find? So the next product I found were these Jiffy Muffin Mix boxes. Notice it's a 2-pack, and that's what the title says, pack of 2. Our sell price is $8.32. Our buy cost, we can source this from Walmart for 98 cents per box. We need 2 of them though. Remember that. So it's 98 cents times 2, $1.96. Sometimes it's easier just to round that to $2. Profit of $2.60 or an ROI of 130%. Is it selling? We scroll down, sort by how many times it's sold in the last 30 days. We see yes, it is. Include historical offers. Looks like we get a little bit more. That's good. That's what we want to see. So here's something where I might test a little bit more, maybe 10 units, just to see if I can get sales. And I'm going to compete with these at $8.40. That's what we see here. Our calculations are for the competitive price. I'm going to compete with them at $8.40. And you could try teasing your price up a little bit and see if you can still capture some sales. Maybe make just a little bit more. Either way, we're going to capture this to check it out later. Capture the title. That was also from Walmart. Oops. We need page. That was 2 units at 98 cents. Total buy cost $1.96. List price, you remember, it was $8.40. The profit was $2.60. And we said we want to test 10 units. If we're accurate, if we are correct on our estimate, we should expect to make $26. It will cost us $19.60 to begin. We'll make that back plus an extra $26 on top of it. That's another income stream totaling off two items, $40.58 a month income stream if our estimates are accurate. Another product was this Amazon Tide pens. On Amazon were these Tide pens. A 3-count pack of 1 is selling for the low price is $14.95 FBA. Here we have that in our calculator, $14.95. Our cost is currently a sale on Target of $6.21. So we don't know if we will be able to keep that going for very long. Normal price is $8.29. Which leaves us a much, much lower profit. So we might not want it for that price. So is there anywhere else we can buy it? Well, we checked Walmart. We found it for $7.88. So we punched that in, and it's still a little low. So our sale price of $6.21 is good. But we might want to act on that quick before the deal's gone, because we're not going to get that deal again. So what can we expect from this one? It's profitable at that price, but is it selling? We scroll down. We see in the last month, 112 sold in the last 30 days. Most of them came from this seller at the low price of $14.95. So that's the price we want to sell it at. This is our buy cost. This is our profit. That's something that we'll capture. And we may want to look for deals on it. Maybe try and find ways to get a lower price. We know we can sell it as long as we can source it. So we'll capture that on our spreadsheet the same way as before. If I can test 15 and my estimate is accurate, that's a $50 in 1 month profit. Just off 3 units. If our estimates are correct, we're making already almost $100 in 1 month off 3 simple ASINs. What else did I find? Here's an interesting one that I wanted to point out to you, because this is one that I would say no to, but you might say yes based on how you run your business, and it's perfectly fine for you. For me, I say no, and here's why. The price, $11.01, buy cost $3.85, it leaves a small profit. It is profit, but it's small, and the return on investment is only 33.5%. Also, when we check the data in the offers, oh yes, it's moving, but not at the prices that we want to see. $10.78, $9.99, $10.93, but it's still not good enough. My bottom line, again, is an ROI of 40%. When it dips below that, I generally will say no. Sometimes the data will say, yeah, you can definitely get a lot more than that. Well, and like this guy, it looks like he's able to possibly get more, but his prices are down and then jumping back up. So he might be getting his sales when his prices are low, but then right now he has a high price. If we were able to get it at $14.29, that suddenly makes it really good, but I don't trust the data enough to say, yeah, you can totally get it. So this one is a pass for me. Another one to look at is this one. When I clicked into it, Tactical Arbitrage said that the numbers looked good, but the link that it sent me to for the sourcing was higher than the sell price on Amazon. It's reverse of how you want it to be, and the reason for that is because you'll notice when you go to the Walmart listing, it's sold by a third-party seller. So watch out for that. Even if the numbers look good, make sure it's sold by Walmart. Otherwise, you can get yourself into trouble. Since this is sold by a third-party seller, we can't buy it through Walmart. The price is bad. That's an obvious no. So to pull these up, it took me less than 5 minutes once I pulled up that list. In 5 minutes, I sourced enough products to make $100 a month. What can you do in an hour? Let's multiply that by 6. Can you stand making an extra $600 a month off an hour's work? I'd say that's pretty good. Now, granted, every single time that you go on and source, it's not going to be quite this smooth. This was a good sourcing day for me. But that kind of gives you an idea of how you can rapidly scale your business just with this one method using this piece of software, Tactical Arbitrage, paired with Keepa. Keepa, of course, is the most important piece of software. Tactical Arbitrage is also very useful, very powerful. It is a little bit higher of a cost. If you want to keep your costs down, maybe you want to use Arbitrage Hero instead. It's a little bit lower. The results are not as wide as Tactical Arbitrage. Tactical Arbitrage gives you a lot more results, but it's a lot more challenging to use as well. Choose what's best for your business. I'll link it all below in the description in case you want to investigate yourself. Make the decision that's best for your business. I hope you enjoyed this short tutorial on sourcing using Tactical Arbitrage. It is an incredibly powerful tool, so if you want to check it out, I'd really appreciate you using the link in the description. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. That's the best way to support my channel and the content that I provide. Also, if you need some help figuring out what to do to take the next step in your business to make it grow even more, check out the link in the description regarding coaching, where you can get a one-on-one coaching call with me, and I can offer some input into how to take that next step in your Amazon business. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.